Greetings everyone, Good Sir Knight, making another blog coattailing on my prior one. A few things I want to talk to you guys about. Airsoft in Okinawa, for those of you who don't know, is actually on the uprise, I'd say. It's getting more and more popular. There's a good deal of stores out in town that'll sell a bunch of airsoft stuff. It's numerous people, mostly Japanese, but definitely some service members, who all like to go and we all like to have a good time. So, that being said, Okinawa is, well, at least as far as airsoft goes, I would say still in its infancy. That's because out of all the fields, there's like two up north by Kintown, close to the Camp Hansen area, down in some mountains. And the one I've actually played on, out of the two, is nice, but it's on a hill, there's always mud, there's always plenty of bugs, and there's always the good possibility of super poisonous hobu snakes that may or may not kill you. So, it's fun. Yeah, it's definitely fun, but as you can see, that can be a little bit of a problem. Also, the main field we've been going to, the Yukon Beach, is actually going to be closing soon after a fun little April event I want to talk to you guys about. But yeah, so we'll probably be going up to the forest in the near future, and it's going to be balls hot and terribly unpleasant and muddy, and full of bugs, and hard to maneuver. But it's one of the fields they got, it's relatively inexpensive, it's fun to go to. And yeah, so we'll probably be playing up there in the near future, and that'll be fun. I know a lot of people I've been talking to, at least more on the Japanese side, aren't really big on wearing plate carriers in the summer, because let alone when we were playing earlier when it was still nice and cold out, the plate carrier still would get nice and toasty, so if you take it off to go take a break, your sweat will cool down and you'll be freezing, and it's hard to warm back up. And if you try to leave that on with a blouse, it gets wicked hot, but it's not too bad. I mean, if you can survive scorching heat in a terribly unfriendly desert environment, it probably won't bother you as much as other people. Of course, it never hurts to carry a hydration pouch, which you'll see right here with this tech. It's actually out right now because it's drying. This one's actually insulated, made by LBT. Very nice, good to have. And I'll actually be covering this in a second. So yeah, Airsoft Kickoff is Yukon Beach is going to have an event in April. I'll say from the 11th to the 12th, on starting a Saturday night, going on through Sunday. We'll be having a few night games, so my actual strobe light, that's retardedly bright, will be at use, particularly against anyone using night vision. Kind of a dick move, but I think it'll be funny. So, that aside, yeah, plate carrier setup, by the way. I actually wanted to talk to you guys. So, here's my nice, fancy new plate carrier. It's a bit of a pain here, but fancy new plate carrier. Inside here, this is the LBT 6094, I want to say. And it's got this nice little kangaroo pouch here. It's full of Velcro and whatnot. And basically, the inserts you can get for it, I've got the MP7 inserts. So you can actually take this band here, lock them in place so they don't go flying out. This is just set to my personal preference, so kind of want to showcase it a bit to you guys. Here we've got two nice little 40mm grenade pouches, and in here, connected by a, what are these devil things called? Not a carabiner, a Grimlock. Connected by a Grimlock, we have the two tornado grenades. Now they're actually the pins are 550 corded in, so they won't go disappearing. And the pins will soon be getting spray painted obnoxious neon orange. So if they do run away, they won't get far. So yeah, inserts. There's actually two radio pouches built into here. I'm actually using this one for the radio, as the cable's a little long. These the cable's gonna runs under this, along the little pouch here, through the sleeve, and pops down here into the button, which is located next to the safety whistle. Which this is actually a good thing to have. Not many people actually carry them, but in the event that, say, someone gets shot in the eye, or something that's actually fairly deadly or dangerous, you can actually blow the whistle, stop the game, and get them medevac taken care of, instead of trying to help them out while getting plinked by light plastic that may have caused the injury to begin with. So you never know. It's a good thing to have. Be able to stop the game and get people help. So here we are, push to talk for the radio. Nice little Baofeng in here. And this actually clips open so you can pull it out. And this is the Baofeng UV5R. They actually work really nice. Good to have, good to use if you have a team and whatnot. As long as you adjust these straps, you can lock it in there and it won't go anywhere. So, from the push to talk here, it actually runs through a little Velcro enclosure here and pops on this side. And this is tucked into the other radio pouch at the moment. But on this side, we actually have a lash device. So a throat mic that actually picks up vibrations in your throat. So it's nice and sensitive, and it's also got a little invisible earpiece. Now what's great about this is you can actually remove the earpiece, and there's a jack here for actual headphones. So you can still use it with any fancy headphones you want that won't fall off your head or get in the way, or anything too crazy. Now on the side here we have our point defense Goblin, which is a small little shotgun thing. Seen it in a few of the videos we posted. It's well, it's basically super close quarters, last ditch effort to protect yourself. And as long as you put the shells in like this, with the buttons facing each other, they tend not to fall out as often. So that's good. You don't want your ammo disappearing when you need it most. On this side, we just have a pistol mag and a little quick detachable hook. Haven't found anything to use it with yet, but it's an open space. Figured it'd be nice. On the back end, next to the hydration pouch, there's the shotgun scabbard. So an actual stockless shotgun actually fits nicely in here. And it's good because shotguns, for the most part, triple shot pump action, and they don't use gas or anything. So as long as you have BBs and shells, you're good. Shells can be reloaded. So if you're desperate and trying to play really cheap that day, just shotgun all day. And since they're simple springs, they don't break terribly easy. Well, on the back end of here, I used to have the radio pouch. That's been removed and replaced with these magazine pouches. Which you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's awfully silly. Why would you move your magazine pouches over to the back there where you're not going to be able to access them? And the thing is, I don't need them as much. I've got the shotgun and enough magazines to go for quite a while. Like 6 SMG mags is considered a little excessive. Our team, though, goes on more realistic standards. So all our mags can only carry X number of VB. So AK M4 mags will carry like 30s. And the gas blowback, which is what the MP7 uses, actually, it only holds 40 to begin with. And these, the problem is even when they're empty, they're still heavy. They still got some weight to them. So if you throw them in a dump pouch, whereas a real mag would be nice and light, more out of the way, these will actually weigh you down. So these actually need to, they can go in a dump pouch initially, but if you get any lull in combat, you're going to want to move them back into their actual pouches and just remember mentally they're empty and not fuck with them anymore. So that's good. Little Leatherman over here behind the Goblin. Always important, you never know when something's going to break. And yeah, so these back here are mostly for team use. I actually have 3 50 round long Glock mags, and those 3 can actually be inserted here. There's actually covers I can loop over them and belt buckle them into place. But most of the team actually uses Glocks, and they all use, and with everyone using Glocks, mostly the Tokyo Moduri variant, can actually have these Glock mags available, so in the event that people need ammo desperately, I'd be able to, they'd be able to pull it off of my back and not have to worry about carrying extra heavy mags on them. And since I'm just so big and strong, it's not a big issue. Actually, I'm getting a little big, not in the right places though, so yeah. Hot weather doesn't make you want to go outside and run or do anything. It makes you want to drink cool beer and watch YouTube videos and other people on Airsoft. Like Rio Y! Everyone loves Rio. Rio's a cool guy. So yeah, that's also Velcro to attach more armor if you don't feel hot and uncomfortable enough. And of course side sappies, and there's a little mesh thing in there you can play with. So that covers the vest for the most part. As for the belt, I found out that these magazine pouches actually can still hold the magazine and the throwing knives at the same time. So I haven't really come up with a better idea on how to hook them to my vest or anything crazy, so maybe I can use another Grimlock, make them a bit less accessible, but you know, there. So I'll probably move these in the near future. The tennis ball hasn't done much, but throwing it at people's fun, so I'm not going to get rid of it. The dump pouch, and I actually managed to find a place to put my nifty little big module on. So these will probably get moved too. They're difficult to access, but it's a few additional grenades, and since it sits over the right buttocks, it's pretty much out of the way. And in here there's Right now I'm using it to keep all my gloves and stuff, but there's a road flare, so you know. If you get that weird pyromancy voices in the back of your head telling you to burn things, it's available. Although, they don't seem to want us to burn down the CQB house. I mean, attack by fire, it keeps, I mean, I think it's classy. You know, you got Sun Tzu, you've got various armies, burn down the village. It makes life easy, but apparently burn down the CQB house, no. So, tornado grenades for that. Another lovely weapons catch, and our shotgun shell holder, which is basically the whole purpose of carrying the shotgun. I personally do not like to run out of ammo. It's not good, happy, fun time for me. I do not enjoy it, so the shotgun shells and the backup shotgun, I think, is a great thing to have. Although if you're stuck with the shotgun and going through 12 shells, you'll get wanker's cramp. I mean, the adrenaline might keep you going, but there's always the chance of wanker's cramp. So, that's all I really wanted to talk to you guys about in this video. With any luck, the Airsoft community will actually grow significantly out here and we'll be able to expand into larger fields. I was looking into trying to get a warehouse and have everyone play indoors. We can actually adjust the temperatures and have midday night games, turn off all the lights and stuff, just have little red glowing lights. The problem is, Okinawa is a tiny island, so real estate can be really, really pricey, and everyone who has a warehouse they're willing to rent wants to rent it to large businesses that need to keep their stock somewhere out of the business where they're selling stuff. So if you're going to rent it, you probably own a massive, massive store that needs a retarded stock to begin with. And yeah, if you're just going to use it for Airsoft and be like, yeah, we'll charge people $20 or something, 2,000 yen, we'll have a good... No. It's just, if you got 100 players per day, every day of the week, and you still charge them like $20, you might be able to get the warehouse to work. The price is just... yeah, it's not even words. The price is just not relevant to what we want to use it for, so... I guess our best bet, actually, for the meantime, would be to try to get the community together and find a large field, do fundraisers, and be able to get just this massive field. Because all the games, down in Nukin, small CQB setup, run, pew pew pew. So at the word go, grenades go off in the air and people are killing each other already, so that's not bad. At the forest, I mean, most of the defense comes from shrubs and leaves blocking BBs. But at the word go, same thing, grenades off in the air, people firing, killing each other immediately. There's no, okay, everyone starts officially at this time, 2 dudes radio between each other, 3, 2, 1, go, and people start sneaking through the forest and trying to find each other nice and quiet. No. I mean, there's a little bit more of that in the forest than the beach, because there's a few more places to hide, but it's... people want more! They want that shopping mall zombie apocalypse scenario. That's what we want out here, but... until then, it's just me and 2, 3, 4, maybe 500 people on island playing on small little things. And Nukin Beach will get really busy. You'll get like, I want to say close to 100 people. Like 100 people. Small little park. You have like 4 or 5 guys per bunker just stacked heavy against each other. And then a bunch of people end up just in the spawn point. And they're like, too many dudes out there. No, I ain't going. I'm gonna light a cigarette and have a good time. So that's pretty much what ends up happening. It's unfortunate, but I mean, until you can get just this massive, like, until the community can get an actual field and stuff from the government and everything, I'll with any luck, if I can, through some miracle, having to pull that off, I'd like to. But you know, until then, it's just the community doing whatever. Of course, this idea is free. Anyone who has just insane amounts of cash and want to go throw out and get a community going, great, all for it. You know what? I'll interpret. Hire me to interpret. I'll do it. Right now I'm doing this college and YouTube, so I'm down. Down to clown. So yeah, I have no idea I'm going to remake this video in Japanese, but thanks for watching. Cheers. I said cheers.